I'm Deborah Chow, and welcome to the Magic Series.
Welcome to the Magic Series, where Hollywood filmmakers share their magic with you. This week featuring Deborah Chow, director of Obi-Wan Kenobi, made possible by the Advanced Imaging Society, DellTechnologies, and NVIDIA.
So for us, it was pretty exciting to, get back into the robes and to go back to the prequel era. It was a scene, honestly, that was very special to shoot because, I think for both Ewan and Hayden, it was very meaningful. And it was such a weird feeling, I think, for them to come back and to have lived through this 20 years ago and then come back and then they're dressed in the same costumes and whatnot. This was also shot in stagecraft. So getting to create this world, which I did very much with Doug Chiang, is that, we're obviously back in the Jedi Temple. And so we're going right back to things that, we're trying to pick up from the prequels and everything that George did, during that period. So it was interesting using this new technology to try to replicate and expand upon the look and everything that he had built so many years ago in the prequels. So this is definitely Hayden and Ewan doing all this and doing all the action, which was so lovely as a director to be able to use the main actors for. And in large part, what we were trying to do with this series of flashbacks was to show the dynamic between the Padawan and the Master, and to also show, the difference in the personalities and the characters, and to get a sense of, the darkness and sort of some of the characteristics in Anakin that would eventually lead to Revenge of the Sith. This was a build that was very well suited, honestly, to stagecraft, because, we're in a round room, so we were able to use the full space of the volume. So that the only things that I think are practical in this set are the floor and the pillars, and then everything's a set extension taking it up. But the great thing about using stagecraft on a scene like this is that everything you're seeing of Coruscant out those windows is in camera. There's a little bit of visual effects cleanup and extending things, but for the most part, it's all there. And the great thing about this too is you can see the reflections on the floor. So that's one thing that, and that's something with Mandalorian, obviously, having characters that are reflective and getting to see everything on his suit and the interactive light. But this was a build, I think, that really showed off the volume very well because we didn't have to do any cleanup on that floor.
The Magic Series, presented by AIS, DellTechnologies, and NVIDIA. Look for more episodes of the Magic Series, coming soon.